How's it going, everyone? This is Legendary Nats, and we have emerged from the bog of stench, the bog of eternal stench, and we actually are now on episode 15, and during that time, we have had some fun getting to take on some bosses, find out a bunch of different lore, and we also got a new pyromancy flame, which our boy right here really wants, but we're not going to tell him because I don't want him to go hollow. And then we got to meet this ugly monstrosity. So right now, guys, we're actually going to make our way to the Undead Church real quick, because in this episode I am going to get a blessed weapon, so that I have the ability, or a divine weapon, that's what they're called in this one. I keep calling them blessed weapons because in Dark Souls 3, they're called blessed weapons. But we're going to actually go down to the Catacombs, because I want to try and do some stuff down there. And, get some stuff, you know. And I figured, you know, now's a better time than any to go ahead and head on down there. So, we've gotten to learn quite a few things. One, we're supposedly the chosen undead, because we are filled with souls, we're filled with humanity, we're getting stronger and stronger as time goes on. We have rung the 2 bells of awakening, and it actually has opened up this place, which we're going to go in another episode. I'm not going to go in it now, we'll go in another episode. And I'm going to pop a couple of soul items so that I can have some souls to be able to use to purchase things. But we've learned quite a bit, guys. We really have, and we've accomplished quite a bit, you know, in these past few episodes, taking on different bosses, instigating different things going on, and now we can just go ahead and go forward.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
So we're gonna go ahead and modify, not that, but we're gonna turn this into a divine longsword. And so now that is gonna be a divine longsword, which that's what I was wanting to do. And we're gonna go ahead and level it up so that it's now gonna be strong enough to kind of handle itself once we go in there, because I don't want to get just absolutely taken advantage of and just destroyed. And we're also going to not be able to reinforce. I won't be able to reinforce anything. Oh, I can reinforce this into a Claymore plus 7. So we're going to do that so that it's going to be a little bit stronger. And I'm also going to reinforce my sword straight sword because I plan on using this weapon. And it's actually not a bad weapon for the most part. You know, it's actually quite strong. And we're also going to level up our Baldur side sword, or the Baldur swag sword. And I will actually leave it up to you guys. If y'all want me to change up what I'm using into, like, using the rapier or S-stock, or using the butcher knife, which the butcher knife will probably be a weapon I want to use. Now there is a strength weapon I really want to get, and we are actually getting pretty close to being able to get that particular weapon. So first off, I'm going to get me some of these, and then I'm also going to pop off another couple soul items, because I am going to level up some armor, so that I can actually, you know, take a hit a little bit better than what I have been taking. So, let's go ahead and reinforce some, not weapons, armor. We're going to go ahead and reinforce this, 2, 3, I'm going to end up changing out of my ninja gear and going back to that set, because that set's, one, going to have a little bit more armor. And try to actually go with it, because I really actually like the standard helm set, or the hard leather armor set. I think the hard leather armor set is actually a really good looking set, in my opinion. Let's see how I'm really heavy. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get rid of my helmet. Still really heavy. I don't know why I'm so heavy. What can it be? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay with this. We're actually going to go somewhere else real quick, because I have an idea of what I need to do. Okay, and I have been putting it off, and people are probably wondering why I've been putting it off. But there is an NPC that we're going to go visit real quick. And when we go visit him, we're going to kind of show him what's what. Though I do like looking like a ninja, but it does look a little off being a ninja with a giant claymore. But we're gonna go see this guy real quick. It is very important. So I will actually see you guys once we make it to the part where I want to go. Alright? I will be right back, guys. So we're back here in Undeadburg, and there is a good reason why I am back here in this particular spot. What we're about to do is we're about to take on an NPC. That's right. We're about to do some little bits of NPC farming here in just a minute, because it is very important that we actually take on. Now, there's a chance that he can beat me, because I tend to die to this particular NPC a lot, because he is just one of those NPCs that can be very annoying. And this, my friends, is known as Havel the Rock. And this guy hits really hard. As you can see, it's very hard. Does a lot of damage. And if I'm not careful, he can absolutely kill me. Just like that, because I was too slow. That little backstep hop that he does is crazy. So, I will be right back. Alright, let's go back at him again. Hopefully this time I don't screw up like I did. I've told you guys, he is a very interesting NPC. And he does a lot of damage. He's got a lot of defense, because that armor is just really defensive. And I'm dead. Yep. I shouldn't have healed. That was stupid of me. I should have ran. So, I shall be back once again. Alright, let's go back at him again. Let's see how well I do. I keep wanting to rely on parrying, but that's because I want to get better at parrying. Because I'm not the best at parrying, and I want to. And just, I would really like to be able to do that. And also, I guess I should just strafe around him. And he's dead. Took a couple of times, but I was able to get him. Now, that was Havel the Rock. And he dropped something for us. Havel's ring. So why don't we go ahead and read this ring. And it's going to be very important, because I'm actually going to put this ring on. Because this ring is actually a really good ring. And should make it to where I can actually move pretty good. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. Now, I say that this is Havel. There is a good chance that this is not Havel. In fact, there's a really good chance that Havel could have died beforehand. because it's saying that Havel's men actually would wear his ring as well, which would make things so that they can actually carry a lot of stuff. What does that mean? Well, this particular ring actually increases your equipment burden so that you can actually, I should still roll quick even after I have my full armor set on along with all my heavy stuff, because it really increases. Yep, still have that, and let's put on the gloves, and I should still be pretty good. Nope, the gloves still make me a bit heavy, so I'll switch back to a different pair of gloves, so I'll switch back to that. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't like it that much. So let's switch to something that is still pretty light, but that actually looks alright to me. But Havel was Gwen's oldest friend, a good battlefield compatriot, and was considered a hero in the eyes of many. And he wears these giant armor for a reason. That heavy armor actually has a good point to it, and that point is that the fact that it actually has the best magic, miracle, pyromancy, and hex protection. That armor set is actually very good. And a lot of people, especially in PvP, will joke around at how ridiculous that armor set can be at times because of just how heavy it is, but at the same time it has some of the best boys that you can have in the game. It can just outright destroy the whole idea of you being just outright destroyed by multiple attacks. It's just that good of armor. I actually wore it the very first time I played through the game because I do like the design of the armor. I think the armor is really cool looking. Secondly, it just has some of the highest defense in the entire game next to like one other armor set, which I actually forgot, I haven't gotten yet, but that's also because I don't have the key to the place to go get it. But that armor set is actually really good. So there is that. Let's see if we can actually do much to help Kai. Yeah, I knew he was going to do that. And we're dead. Yeah, we're probably still a bit away from actually killing him just yet. I could actually just pelt him with arrows if I wanted to, but I really don't want to at the same time, because I think if you start pelting him with arrows, he will actually try to run away. Could be wrong, but we could try it. And what I'll do, I can try it real quick and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you guys will never see it. But if it does work, I'll actually show it right before I kill him. So I will go ahead and make a cut, and y'all see it right before I end up killing him. Or you'll see that I haven't even tried against him because, you know, whatever. So I will be right back. Yeah, so I kind of figured what would happen is that he would start... Oh crap, I didn't think he was actually going to hit me right there. I think I could probably go right in here and then he'll probably fly away. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I actually hit him with one arrow, and yeah, so that was fun. Hit him with one arrow, and he's like, "Oh, lol, that's just enough to piss me off," and he comes at me. So, and I'm sorry that this episode is a little bit cut heavy, but I just wanted to, I don't want to waste everyone's time at the same time. I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is beneficial to everyone, and that I'm actually providing what you guys want to see and all that fun jazz. So, please forgive me for the heavy cuts. I didn't mean to. But now we are going to make our way down to Firelink. Real quick, I'm going to rest at this bonfire over here. because this is the closest bonfire I can rest at, to be able to go down into the catacombs, and we're going to go ahead and start working on the catacombs. So this episode may run a little bit longer than I normally run it. It may have been about a 45-minute video, so I do apologize if that's a bit long. You know, I'm also going to do some cuts in it, so that will kind of shorten it up some. But we also have a cool little divine weapon, and I'll kind of show y'all how that works. So that's something I am pretty excited about. And the boss that we're going to go up against in that area is such a pushover, it's unreal. But there is a good thing about that particular boss. Especially speedrunners or challenge runners, or people who are just veterans in general of the series will actually go after this boss fairly quickly because of how good it is to actually go ahead and kill him, because it gives you a special item that gives you more essence flasks. So, which we have mentioned is the Rite of Kindle, and we'll actually read it once we get back, or once we actually get that item. So, yeah, guys. So, I know that so far in this episode we haven't really done all that much story progression, and you know, some episodes are going to be kind of like that, unfortunately. You know, some episodes are just going to be a little bit slower than others, and that's because there's a lot of things that I want to do. There's a lot of things that I want to make sure that I provide for you guys, especially... Gosh, I hate fighting skeletons in this game. Skeletons can be such a pain to actually end up fighting against. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch that out, and we're going to go to our Divine Longsword +5. I really like the Longsword. I don't care about what others like. I like the Longsword. I think it's just a great weapon in general. It's mainly because I like the move. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Ooh, I thought I was dead. But we're going to go ahead and go down here. Right into the Catacombs. Now, sometimes you want to have a specific item to be able to go in here, but we don't have that item, and we're not going to worry about that item. We're just going to go ahead and go through. Be careful of those heads. They blow up, as you just saw, and they do a lot of knockback. They will knock you down. They will knock you off. They'll do all kinds of things, so be very careful. Now, if you don't have a divine weapon like I do, there are ways to kill these skeletons, because these skeletons will continuously respawn back the entire time. And there are ways to take care of the skeletons, and this is who you want to go after. That necromancer is what actually makes these guys do their thing. And they don't respawn back, from my knowledge, but the necromancer is what is keeping them alive. So every time you kill a skeleton in this particular area, they will come back because of that necromancer. And if you can look at this, man, you see the bugs just kind of crawling up the wall. It's so weird looking and gross. But I mean, we are kind of in it too. So I mean, it makes sense. Now that opens up a door that we're about to go into. Yeah, it's really gross. I mean, it is funny at the same time because the low textures of it, but that is pretty gross. And it does kind of help out that I have a faster weapon instead of not having a faster weapon. Though the heavy weapons do help out a lot. Oh, and I didn't mention it, but that's because I rushed by. We're going to see these statues. Be careful of these statues, because there are some of them that will actually shoot out some spikes. So be careful whenever you deal with those. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Sorry, I have to be quiet for a second. you up in this game. They're a little bit harder than you would actually think to deal with at times, because one, I have this bro. Trying to run and oh gosh, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. That was funny. I'll see you guys here in just a minute. I'm gonna cut right back to till I get to right there. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and it's a very short cut compared to what the other ones are gonna be. But I didn't want to cut out too much because I'm already kind of being a little bit cut heavy in this particular video, and I'm not wanting to be that bad about it. I want to make sure that you guys aren't just sitting here like, man, this is kind of crazy. He just keeps cutting out all this stuff, so I don't want that for y'all. Now the skeletons, the thing that you gotta be careful about, these guys, they do some crazy stuff, but the main thing that they do is they cause blood loss. And that is the most annoying part about them, is that they'll do this blood loss thing. And see, I'm kind of chugging through my Estus Flask a little bit too much compared to what I want to do. And you just got to be careful with these guys. They will do this thing where they fling themselves in the air, doing like a little spinning attack. And when they do that, gosh, I can't believe I got hit by that. But when they do that, they'll actually shatter. So that is kind of a good thing about them. See, he's a bit of a, oh my gosh, stop. Why am I deflecting so much? Jeez. Stupid bones. It's ridiculous to think that you are not Sonic the Hedgehog. Man, I keep deflecting off of him. And it's kind of getting on my nerves. Now, if you try attacking him right here, he'll parry you. And I don't want to get critical hit, because he will kill me if I do that. Get the Lucerne. Now, the Lucerne's a good weapon. We'll read it once we get to another bonfire. A blessed weapon does definitely make this area a little bit easier to deal with. I guess I could start using my strong attack. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm not doing that well, my friends. Really not. I always think that there's a legendary wall right there, but there never is. And I'm sorry for the crappy commentary. I'm having to focus a little bit more than I normally do because of just the fact of where I'm at. Catacombs are just a stupid place to be at sometimes, and then you have these freaking skeletons wanting to be Sonic the Hedgehog and then want to fall off. I hope I didn't. Okay, I just went back. I thought I just would go back to the beginning. But you'll have these skeletons. They'll do some stupid stuff like that that you just saw, where they'll just parade you with freaking arrows and stuff. And they can be very annoying. And plus, they cause bleed buildup. And whenever you end up getting hit with all that bleed damage, it could be just so freaking annoying. Alright, so you see that there's a bunch of these little skulls here, and then we're just going to try and run by. We're going to run by all these skeletons right now. We're going to get this item. Oh gosh, there we go. There we go. Oh, come on! Just didn't want to die, did they? Why did it? Okay. actually try to lead a couple of these bros over here because I really don't want to take a bunch of them on. Now, they are weak to fire. I forgot all about that. They are really weak to fire. I guess I could attach my pyromancy flame. Actually, let me go ahead and get rid of this and put my pyromancy flame here. You see how weak they are? And it also makes them crumble if you hit them with it. So, if you have pyromancy flame, this is a good place to do it. Freaking guys with their blocking, man. This is almost the reason why you want to have a big heavy weapon like the Claymore. Just being honest with you guys. I may have to actually put my, don't need that anymore. You can use this to kind of dumb down some of the bleeding effect that they're doing. Let me put my humanities on here just in case. And then I'm going to do this to flip the bridge. I wonder if I can actually get those guys to follow suit. See if I can. Kind of want to equip my bow and see if I can get them to come across, so I don't have to worry about having to fight them while, you know, trying to cross. There we go. See, this is a good little strategy that I'm doing. Now, I highly suggest that you run as quick as possible. You can actually just drop right there, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. There is a bonfire right up here. That's why I kind of just... No, it's not. There is a bonfire, but I'm trying to remember. Oh, wait, I think the bonfire is... There it is. Get that bonfire in there. Yeah, here's the bonfire. I bet there was one. I couldn't remember, though. Alright. So, we've made it to a bonfire. We're going to level up real quick and increase our intelligence a little bit more. I mean, our faith. And then we're going to start increasing intelligence. But we're going to go ahead and leave things right here. Because there's still quite a bit more that we have to do in this area. And I don't want to make this video last too much longer. So we're going to go ahead and leave things off right here. So next time we're going to continue going through the catacombs. So I'll see you guys later.